Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I'm going to take a look at the Star Wars Black Series First Order Snowtrooper Officer. This figure is a Toys R Us exclusive. I went looking for him last Saturday. I didn't see him. I found the TIE Fighter, got it. Went Monday, and I wandered around the toy section a little bit. He still wasn't in the, on the pegs with the Black Series figures. He was around the corner on a shelf down low. So if you don't see him at first, kind of dig around, because the Toys R Us Star Wars section lately is huge, so it's easy to lose stuff in there. The package, standard, the new standard for the Black Series, it's the black and red design. The figure, the picture, and on the back has the description, pretty much telling you what a snowtrooper is in a paragraph. But enough about the package. Let's get this thing open. And there we go, out of the package. And this is another very sleek design for the Force Awakens. I'm really liking this figure so far. The white, at least the armor pieces, are very glossy. They pick up and reflect the light very well. It just looks like very clean armor. All the wrinkles are sculpted in nicely. Kind of a contrast against the smoothness of the armor pieces. I like it, and I like the bell bottoms. That's new. For everything on this figure, I believe is a new sculpt, except for maybe the shoulder pad. It's a separate piece. I believe this is used from the TIE Fighter pilot. It's about the same shape, but it's hard to tell. Actually, no, I think this is a deeper piece of armor. You can see how on the shoulders of the TIE Fighter pilot, it doesn't quite go over the shoulder. This goes all the way over the shoulder. So, not even that. And I was going to say that the hands may be reused from the First Order Stormtrooper, just in a different color. But other than that, the whole thing is a new sculpt. I'm liking all the designs for this movie, and I'm liking all the designs in figure form. The backpack, it's separate in the package. It just pegs into the back. You can have it without, and I like it with. It just seems more snowtroopery to me. Now, I'm not a huge fan of pauldrons. They work, but they restrict head movement on a lot of figures. Not all of them, but, on some of them. And this helmet just does not jive with a pauldron. It wants to shift to the side. He can look that way, but he can't look down. This way he can look down. He's got these nubbies on the front right here. But it's easy enough to pull the pauldron off, put the head back on. I haven't heated it up yet. And it also gives you a chance to, army build if you want to. Take the pauldron off. You have just regular snowtrooper grunts. Leave one as an officer and you have a platoon. That may be an option if you can find enough of these. Now, the skirt is in a little groove around his waist, and you can slide it up and down. You can pop it out of the groove. And it's not the softest material in the world, but you can get his leg up. The skirt moves out of the way, even with the pouches right there. It just seems to... You're not going to get him sitting because the, skirt's sticking down, but it doesn't hinder forward movement, and that's pretty cool. For articulation, he's got the, the usual hinge with the ball on top. You can get him to tilt a little bit. Again, pauldron's in the way. You can rotate. You can't really look down. Again, helmet up. Helmet's the same way. You have this long part in the back that just hangs down. But it's very snowtroopery. I guess it's a natural progression of the Stormtrooper helmet, this would be. Although, I don't know how much he can see out of this eye slit here. The arms, not quite as nice as the TIE Fighter pilot. You can get up about that far on both sides. But the armor, again, does shift up into the body. There's not a noticeable arm shift, but it goes around. And by the way, the arms are hinge and swivel. They swivel around. Hinge and swivel for the elbow. It doesn't quite get 90. The wrists hinge and swivel. They hinge back and forth, swivel around. And now we get to the torso joint, and it turns. But because of the design, you're not going to get any forward, and you don't get much back. and you don't get much side to side. And I say design, this belly piece probably could have been a little bit smaller. But yeah, this is pretty much a swivel, is what it comes down to. You're not going to get any crunch. The hips, hinge and swivel. The skirt does keep them from going out, but you can get out a little bit. There is a thigh swivel. And you can see up under there, see the sculpt? It's kind of a ribbed look. He also has it up here under his armor. And that extends down on the skirt right here. Just so awesome. The knees are the hardest knees I've had on a Star Wars figure ever. And they are just tough to bend. I don't know if it's the skirt getting in the way to where I can't hardly get a grip on it. But it is a double knee. You can loosen it. It looks like it goes one more click, but he's already back in this position. So you get full range of the double knee. You can also see the straps right here holding his shin armor. And that's just a nice little detail with the black straps. And then his bell bottom covering his boot. Ankle has a hinge. Not a lot of movement because of the cuff right here. And then a forward-facing peg for rocker ankle. He does come with a blaster. And it's the same blaster that came with the First Order Stormtrooper. As you can see, same sculpt. Slightly different paint job. There's some white on top. The handle is black instead of white. And it also has a stock on it. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's the same, but it's a little added bonus. Here he is with the First Order Stormtrooper, and it's a good size. The Snowtrooper is a little bit shorter, but it works. It's not, you know, TIE pilot bad. The Snowtrooper is a little bit shorter than the Stormtrooper, but it works. It's not like it's classic TIE fighter bad. Just, you can see the noticeable difference in height. No, it looks like just a short guy standing next to a tall stand. No, it just looks like a short guy in the Snowtrooper armor standing beside a taller Stormtrooper, you know. And I realize I said I'm not a huge fan of pauldrons, but I had to have one on my First Order Stormtrooper after seeing, you know, that they do wear a black one. Now this is the leftover pauldron from my Sand Trooper model kit from Bandai. I didn't care too much for him as a Sand Trooper. He became a Stormtrooper. I had the pauldron laying around. It fits right on here. So there you go. I also figure I'm going to be getting quite a few more First Order Stormtroopers. It'd be nice to have an officer. I went ahead and did it. Now I need to find more troopers. How's that? And then here he is with the TIE Fighter pilot. Again, they look pretty good all the way across the line. Nice designs, nice and clean. Armor. I'm loving these. I don't know what it is. I haven't even seen the movie, and I want to army build him, and I want to get some grunts for him, and I need another pilot for the back of the TIE Fighter. I need more. You can probably tell why this has become, you know, all Star Wars all the time. And surprisingly, the pauldron is not the Sand Trooper. It's a little bit smaller. It doesn't have the strap going under. It doesn't have the stress marks right there from like tension from the strap. It's a new sculpt. Again, the Snowtrooper surprised me. I figured with it being a store exclusive, it would have less original parts. But nope, it's a completely original figure, and I'm good with that. So all in all, I am very happy I found this. I was surprised. I kind of was going out of my way to go find it, but I didn't feel I needed it. But now that I have it, I need more. It's very strange. If this sells well, maybe we can get a, you know, original trilogy Snowtrooper. That would be icing. It's time. We've gotten all these troops from the other movies. Where's my Snowtrooper? It's just weird. It's not fair. I'm going to start a petition. Nah, I'm not going to start a petition. I'm not that rowdy. This on its own, on my ever-growing Force Awakens shelf, it looks great. It looks great with all the other figures, all the other troops from the Empire, or the First Order, you know. Yeah, I can't believe we're getting 6-inch Star Wars. I guess it's really full circle for me. I jumped headfirst into toy collecting in '95 when the original trilogy came back out in theaters and the Power of the Force line came out. And it was just, nostalgia punched me right in the face. I started there, and then I moved to Spider-Man Classics, got rid of all my Star Wars, moved into Marvel Legends, moved into DCUC, moved into Masters of the Universe, moved back into Marvel Legends, and now Star Wars is slowly taking over my room. 20 years of collecting, it comes all the way back around, and I'm enjoying it. So, if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the Fwoosh. And like I said, this thing, there's some weight to it. I mean, you're not going to work out with it, but yeah, it's kind of heavy.